club mentor and club sponsor. Thank you for starting the recording of this meeting. I welcome all of you for this session. Before moving forward, let me call upon a key person. He's an avid learner and is developing his expertise on workplace engagement, productivity, and performance. He's worked as service delivery manager and agile coach in IT corporates for the past 18 years, primarily with global banking customers. He provides talent development consulting and high-performance coaching for mid-career working professionals. He is the past division director of Division H. Without any further ado, let me call upon our TLI chair, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. Over to you, Toastmaster Arun Kumar.
Thank you, MC Toastmaster Darshini. On behalf of District 120 TLI team, I welcome you all for another TLI event on the topic Club Health Matters. We all see that there are few challenges being faced by club, starting from volunteering for the role plays, volunteering for the club leadership, getting the mentoring, quality in speeches and meetings. Definitely, such clubs need the expertise and support from the seasoned Toastmasters, and so that they can benefit to develop their club. And it is a win-win approach for the clubs to equip themselves and also for the leaders who provides mentoring and coaching for those clubs. Toastmaster International have brought up with some set of new guidelines, specifically on the program on club coach for this program year. It's time to learn those set of guidelines and how to do effective mentoring and coaching for clubs from our Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Mohana Krishnan. It's time to learn and leverage our support to the clubs needed it. Over to you, MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. If only I had an hour to chop down a tree, I would spend first 45 minutes sharpening my axe, said Abraham Lincoln. Today's session is all about sharpening our axes. For that, we have someone whose mantra is, let's do what we love and do a lot of it. By now, you all would have figured out who the person is. Today, we have DTM Mohana Krishnan to deliver a session on Club Health Matters. DTM Mohana Krishnan is a product manager at Nordoc LifeLock and is the first member to achieve Pathways Distinguished Toastmasters in District 120. He is an avid traveler who's traveled 20 plus countries. He served as the conference chair for the annual conference of Division I, Illuminate 2018. He served as the area director of I1, District 82 during the term 2019-2020. And as the area director of Division A, District 120 during the term 2020-2021. Currently, he's our Club Growth Director for District 120 for the year 2022-2023. Let's call upon our Club Growth Director of District 120, DTM Mohana Krishnan, to deliver a session on Club Health Matters. Over to you, DTM Mohana Krishnan.
Thank you for that, Toastmaster Darshini. Am I visible and audible? I see some thumbs up. Thank you for that. First of all, thank you so much, all of you, for being here on a Saturday evening. I know what it means. We all work over the week, and then Saturdays, Sundays are for family. We got used to it after pandemic, especially, but still, we try to do what we can with the help of TLI events. So I also would like to take this time to thank Arun Kumar for putting together all these things that requires for the session to happen. Thanks, Arun, and thank you all the district leaders, past district leaders, and club officers, club members, all of you. You just heard the session's name, Club Health Matters. what do you think? What came to your mind when you saw this? Quick answers. We will try to. We only have an hour's time, out of which 6 minutes is already gone. We'll try to keep it as interactive as possible, even with chat if possible. What comes to your mind when you saw this Club Health Matters? Quick answers, unmute and speak.
Meeting quality, progress of members in educational awards, giving speeches, all that.
Okay, super. Thank you, Ashok sir. I see Rohini typing club environment is important. Sure.
I think we have very minimum number of members at club meetings.
Who is this?
Strength doesn't turn. Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Any other one more answer?
How exactly we are serving our members?
Okay, super. Thank you, Priya. Rohini again says every member is part of a club and each one adds value. I think all of you are right. We're going to look at all of these today, right? 3 different things that we're going to look at. I also see Mariana here. Hi, Mariana. Do you want to quickly introduce yourself? I know it should be a weird timing for you. Which district are you from? What are you doing?
Hi. The timing is not weird. It's 8:30 in the morning, which is perfect. Only problem is that my club meeting starts at 9:30, and as a VP of education, I have to be there way before that. So I only can stay for a few minutes, and I hope I can see the recording. So please keep in mind and let me know when the recording is available. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, Mariana. Sure. Thank you for all your inputs. Let's quickly get into what we want to talk about. Club Health Matters. Do you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mohan.
Club Health Matters. And you just heard my introduction, so I don't want to talk about it. There are 3 things that we want to talk about today. How to be a club sponsor, how to be a club mentor, and how to be a club coach, and what it requires to be one. That's exactly what we are going to cover today. We'll try to have question and answers in chat. Darshini, if you could note down those questions, and we can have these answered at the end of the session. Yes. So first one is starting from scratch. What do you think this means? Quick answers in chat. Starting from scratch.
Get the basics right.
Say that again.
Get the basics right.
Okay.
Laying a foundation.
Laying a foundation. Very good. Anything else?
To work on step 1 onwards.
Okay, super. I take it all. Okay. So starting from scratch is what I would give it for how to be a sponsor or how to sponsor a new club, right? Be it the first step of a baby, the first step of a baby, or the first flight of a bird, or the first conversation we go talk to a corporate or set up a community club, the first meeting, right? It's always special. I think that's where sponsors come into picture. Of course, division directors, club growth director, area directors, all of us are part of it. I think the sponsor plays very important role here. So that's, what I call starting from scratch. Why does someone sponsor a new Toastmasters club? Quick answers again. Let's see how people look into it.
There's a demand for it. People want it. There's a demand for it, and therefore we go for it.
Okay, demand for it. Sure.
Give back to the society because we enjoyed the benefit. It's time for me to give it to society by chartering a club.
Absolutely. Any one more answer? Any other thoughts? Why someone sponsor a new
learning involved?
Okay, there is learning. Whoever is going to be the sponsor, there is learning. Super. Some perfect. I think we just heard about. We want to share the benefits that we learned from the program, so we want to share it with others. A new learning experience. I just was in a college talking about Toastmasters. There were like 500 students there. It was so much fun. It's a learning experience. Of course, a lot of us, want to do it to get the DTM credit. And of course, a few more things and to enhance our leadership skills. It's like opening a club is like a project management, right? It's a project, I would call it, right? It's a project. You learn project management skills here. And it's also going to get you that marketing expertise. You basically go pitch in for a club in a corporate or in a college. This helps you grow your marketing skills. Let's see what the sponsor's duties are. Of course, it takes commitment. All the roles takes commitment. So as a sponsor, we organize the new club starting from scratch, as the title said, right? Starting from the scratch. There's no one, we go talk to the corporate or setting up a new community club or a college. We organize everything right from the initial pitch till, explaining what a Toastmasters club is all about, etc. The sponsor is also the initial few meetings, is also responsible to set up regular club meetings. Complete the paperwork. We'll quickly see at the last what are the paperwork that we do. And of course, plan for the charter meeting and all those. Talk with both the sides. If it's a corporate, talk with the management, talk with the team here, our Toastmasters team, and see, how the charter presentation is going to be. These are basic sponsor duties. Can someone quickly tell me what are the types of Toastmasters? Quickly.
Corporate and community.
I heard community.
College.
Corporate, community, and institutional clubs.
Okay.
Special clubs.
Gavel clubs.
Okay. College, community, Gavel, institution.
Special clubs.
Okay. Special clubs. Let's see what there are. Pretty much right. Corporate clubs, community clubs, advanced clubs, specialty clubs. College clubs, usually in our district, we call it college clubs, and other districts, they actually put that into community as well. What do we mean by specialty clubs? Right? I got through a few specialty clubs. There are so many specialty clubs. I just want to bring that visibility so all of our members can think about it. We can start a specialty club in our district. There is something called Toastmasters in Kitchen. Okay. People, they talk about, the speeches are only about cooking and eating and stuff like that. There is something called Lens Masters. They talk about photography, wildlife photography, whatever it is, right? And what I also saw something else called Intellectual and Development Disabilities Club. It's called the Life Like Yours Toastmasters Club from District 29. Look at how different the specialty clubs are. Yeah, so those are the clubs. Pretty much all of you were right. As a sponsor, right, in our district, we have a lot of corporate clubs than community or college. So if it's a corporate club, right, I'm going to pretty much cover that. Research before you approach the company. Someone says, your friend works in a company, says, Mohan, we would like to start a club, a company. Go to their website, research about the company, size preferably 250 plus employees. TI's perfect recommendation is that do not go open a club with less than 250 plus employees, because we need clubs that can be sustainable, which is very important. Throughout the globe, this is official TA data. We have anywhere from 10 to 30 or 40% attrition in every club across the globe. Okay, imagine what will happen if you open a club with 50 members. It's going to be there for one cycle, not more than that, one renewal cycle. So as a sponsor, let's not even think of anything that's less than 250 employees in the company. See where's the location, revenue, all these are things that we can, use when we go talk to the management. What industry are they? Can we see if we have other clubs in industry in our district? So we can talk to them saying, we already have a club in the medical field, example. Key contacts, find out who the key contacts. If it's your friend who is reaching out, we can talk to your friend all day, but we need to know who the decision maker is, because that's when this is going to materialize, right? Of course, more about the company, look at what their strategies are, key initiatives, focus and mission. Now, probably some company could be into PR marketing, right? We could tell them we have a lot of competencies in Toastmasters that is going to help you with marketing, negotiating, and things like that. So that's why we have to go through any of those articles or their key initiatives from their website, so that it'll be easy for us to go and talk to them. As I mentioned, use this information and show the company about all these things. Introduce yourself, which also means introduce Toastmasters. When you go there or I go there, of course, I'm Mohan, but I represent Toastmasters. So always keep that in mind. So after the research, send an email with the help of your friend or your colleague or your family member, whoever is helping you get this, club near us to a district we go talk. So send them an email with the information about Toastmasters. What is Toastmasters? There are a lot of documents or marketing materials or promotional materials. I'm going to share about that in a bit later. So send an email about introduction with all these details. That's going to help them. If you're going to go and get a physical copy when you go to meet them, or send a physical copy via courier, please make sure you print something that has very good quality, like Penguin Xerox, Student Xerox across in Chennai or Tamil Nadu. Do not just give them a normal printout. TI highly recommends this. As I said, the email, let it have all the preliminary information, and also in the email, please ask them for a time for a face-to-face meeting. We can send 100 meeting invites and meet in Zoom, but an in-person meeting is an in-person meeting. I'm sure you all agree to that. What else? Of course, as I mentioned, call the decision maker you connected via email, have a conversation with them. That's where it's going to go to the next level. Make an appointment, talk to them, prepare for the meeting. When you meet them, use all the research that you got from the website or the information that you got from your friend or your family that referred this club. And also make sure, depending on the industry, tell them these are the other corporates that are there in District 120 or across the globe. I saw your company is in Singapore or Dubai or in Canada. Why don't we start one in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu, right? Have all these information handy. Tell them same industry, there's another company has a club. Why don't you start? So that should be our approach. Toastmasters is a teamwork. Of course, as a teamwork for a new club, we need 2 sponsors. That's exactly what we spoke about, 2 mentors. And of course, the club growth director team and the other district leaders, the trio, the district leader, other seasoned Toastmasters can help charter a new club. Appointment of sponsors, how does it work? Up to 2 new club sponsors are appointed by the district director or the club growth director, right? Yeah, so application to organize. You will know that. I would probably show you a bit later after a couple of slides. And there is this forms that we fill as a sponsor, and all these information will be going part of it. Who is a sponsor, who is a mentor, etc. Resources, as I said, these are the forms that we fill. How do we get chartered? There is about 6 forms here. I will be sharing with the help of TLI chair to all of the people who have registered this event, just to take a look at how a form looks, what are the information that it asks. I'm not going to run through all of it. It will be asking who are the charter ExCom members and about the club constitution, how does the payment work, etc. Who are the sponsors, who are the mentors. More resources, as I mentioned, these are some documents that are very important. This is what I would take when I go meet a new lead that comes. Not just corporate, even if it's a community or a college. Not just as a CGD, people who I see some seasoned Toastmasters, people who know me for a long time. I always have a couple of sets of these documents in my car. You never know who you meet on the way to somewhere. So if you're always interested, let's even leave out opening a new club, right? You want to talk about Toastmasters, someone, have these in your car or your bike or your bag always. We have learned something, and you said you want to share something, right? If you find someone who is interested, please give them a copy of this. And of course, when you go for a new club, please take this handy. Keep this handy. So that's about club sponsors. Please put in your question and answer questions in the chat box. Darshini, I might need your help to take a look at that, write it down or put in a Word doc so we can go through it at the last. Yes. So, yes. Next up is new club mentoring matters. Mentoring matters. Yes. Quick answers. Why do you think mentoring matters? Why do you think is mentoring required? 2, 3 answers.
A new club may not be knowing what Toastmasters is all about. So once they get chartered, they need to be handheld for a period so that they get into the groove.
Okay, taken. Any other answers?
The subtle nuances which one has to know. A mentor will be the right person to impart that knowledge.
Super.
For each role.
Thank you, Krishnan sir. Any other answer? One more answer? Anything different?
They'll have somebody to offer club support. So to assist with meeting roles, fill in on short notice in case anything happens, because quite a few of the members will probably be new in a club.
Thank you for that, Johnny. Thank you. Yeah, let's see what mentoring is all about, right? Thank you. I just want to say a quick little story here. There was this kid, a small kid, and his father. They were trying to fly a kite. Okay, it was flying high, and then this kid suddenly had a weird thought, saying, what happens if we cut the rope, right? And it went to his father. He went to his father and said, "Daddy, what happens when we cut the rope?" He said, "That's not a good idea, but let me do it for you, and then I want to show you what happens." So the father cuts the rope, and the kite tries to fly a little high, and then falls down somewhere else in another terrace. So the kid actually got disturbed, saying, "What is this? What happened? I thought it'll fly high." And then the father kind of explained him, saying, "The rope and you and the kite is like, your subject, and the rope is like the mentor, right? So the rope is actually kind of guiding you on whether you have to go up or go down based on the breeze." So that's where, I kind of thought this is a lesson as a mentor, or a mentee. So remember that kite story, folks. So let's move on to see what Club Mentor has in store for us. Who is a mentor? Not Club Mentor. Who is a mentor? Quick answers.
Anyone who is more experienced in the particular
field. Okay, taken. Any other answers?
Someone who guides the other person the path.
Okay, experience guide. Great. Okay. Anything else? One more probably.
A person who understands the other persons and the goal.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Understands and goals. Super. Let's see what it is in general, right? So as you all said, shares knowledge and expertise. Absolutely, yes. It is definitely similar to mentoring an individual person. We'll see what is different. Advisors, tutors, guide. You know it all. You named it. What are the benefits of being a mentor? Of course, sharing the expertise. And even as a mentor, we develop the capacity to translate the values, as you said, understand the needs. Perfectly said. Understand the values and then translate that into values and strategies into productive actions. That's what a mentor does. Proving themselves as a valuable leader, right? You're going to be a leader that the mentee or the protege is going to look into. Investing in the future of Toastmasters. We all could come here, okay, I finished my club president, let me go back to where I was, but we still continue here. I see Toastmasters who are here for 10 years, 15 years, 30 years. That's what we are good at. And as a mentor, we don't just say that, oh, you know what, you're the prodigy, I know everything, you listen to me. No, that's not what we do. We learn from each other. That's what Toastmasters has always taught us. Building teamwork skills, very important. And we also try to implement all the leadership skills in the new situations when you lead the team or the club. Of course, a lot of us like this, earning a credit towards Distinguished Toastmasters Award. Appointment of mentors, as I said, this form called the Form 1 appointing the application to organize ATO. So there is a place where we can mention who's going to be the mentor for the new club and all these details, right? What's your member number, etc. Or the club growth director or the district director appoints the club mentors for the new club. Official duties of a mentor. We did here when we begin. So ensure the club is strong and fully functional. It's the basic foundation, right? That's what a mentor is for. Of course, understand the club officers, confirm the club officers, understand what their roles and responsibilities and duties are so they can serve the club. As a mentor, I understand we can go take up roles, play GE role for quite some time, yes. But I think what is more important is we enable them so that they can do it themselves, right? All 6 months, 2 mentors taking 2 roles, I don't really, see a point there, because we can do it all year. But the point as a mentor is we enable them, the club, to do what they need to do. Club quality meetings, we heard from someone earlier. So it's about preparation, guide them for preparation, how to prepare for a meeting, plan club meetings, get ideas, share your expertise and ideas. As a mentor, you would have been in the system for quite some time. Share your ideas, ask them how it could have been different. There could be fresh perspectives as we discussed. What are the tools available? There are 2 different tools, right? Free Toast Host or all the tools that we use here in Toastmasters, let them know about it. Create a member service perspective. Just like how we give back them, let the club officers and members, they're going to get new members. So bring that service perspective with the new club. Very important. More, of course, build and maintain membership. One thing that, we have to do, as we have been doing, of course, is, kind of educate and enable the club, saying it's an ongoing thing that we have to keep up the membership of the base member or even more, so that we have a beautiful meeting every week, or whatever they have, bi-weekly meetings. So maintain at least 20 members. Build a membership building culture depending on the corporate or a community or what their culture is. As a mentor, you have to understand all these things. Strive to gain new members, so they get new perspectives and all those. We also have to tell them that membership retention is very important, because the longevity and performance is also important. It also provides continuity for the club, and of course, it's not just the charter XCOM. We also have to tell them that you have to look for the next a year or two, see who is going to take up the club leadership, and make them feel that everyone is responsible. That's very important. Please do educate about Distinguished Club Program and Club Success Plan. I know it's a new club. Let's not do it in the first meeting saying, hi, I'm the mentor of this club, Distinguished Toastmaster Mohan. By the end of 6 months, let's make sure we all become President Distinguished. Don't forget to achieve Golden Gavel. No, that's not what we're going to do. Let them understand, show them what it is, show them about all the basic educational programs that we have. What is Pathways? Of course, show them what is DCP. If the club charter is before the OTP, they're going to be part of the OTP, trying to learn. They're going to take some time to understand all the jargons that we use, right? The Toastmaster jargons. Make them understand. Eventually, if you guide them to do what they have to do, they'll be in the place of achieving the DCP. But that's not the first thing that we have to do in the first few meetings. But we have to explain what is what. Yes. And of course, the club success plan. So we put them into the path right in the beginning. So let's quickly move. Conclusion, of course, mentors are the primary nurturers of the new club, educating and training and leading by example, because they are going to look up to you as superstars and leaders, right? So show them what you have in store. Of course, you kind of instill the best practices from the beginning. That's what is going to lead the club all the way. Of course, mentors are responsible for the beginning of the club's journey. It's a journey. Mentors for individual members of the new clubs. This is something that I want to bring in our district. If you're not aware, we have something called, do we have a question? Okay. So in our district, we have something called Mentor Pool Committee. And the club mentors and the club growth team will work with the mentor pool committee to assign individual mentors to the new members, new club members. So that's pretty much about mentoring. Let's quickly get a knowledge check. Very quick, probably 10 seconds. Club building responsibilities. Serve as a contact for demonstration meetings, pre-charter information, generate interest, recruit members for new clubs, show new clubs how to hold meetings, submit charter paperwork. What do you think? Who do you think is responsible for this? A, district director, club growth director, club sponsor, club mentor. Quick answers in the chat.
Sponsor.
Okay, sponsor. Anyone thinks something different? Sure. Is it sponsor? Different answers? Okay, I give it to you. 2 points. Club sponsor, right? Okay. Next one. Recruit, train, supervise the club building team members. Club sponsor, club manager, receive leads from district director and the world headquarters, assist with prospect visits, help plan demonstration meetings, attend demonstration meetings and pre-charter information meetings. Who do you think this is? District director, club growth director, club sponsor, club mentor.
Mentor.
Mentor? That was Darshini, right? Okay. Anyone else think something else? Any other answers?
Like CGD.
CGD.
Okay. Okay. It is the CGD. Please don't think it's an out of syllabus portion, but it is a CGD. Okay. Okay. Next question. Guide clubs through first 6 months to 12 months. Ensure club officer understands duties of how to perform them. Familiarize club officer with Toastmasters education program, which is Pathways. Familiarize club officer with Distinguished Club program. Who do you think this is? Priya, if you're speaking on mute.
Mentor.
Mentor. Anyone think something different?
You know, essentially it's a mentor, but any district officer can do it.
Okay, of course, I take it, sir. I take it that I take that, but it is officially the mentor, right? On paper. So that's it for mentoring, and of course the Q&A, the knowledge check. Q&A again. Please put in your questions in the chat box. Darshini, please make a note of that if you have any questions there. Next up,
if I'm not wrong, during this session, I think Toastmaster Vivekananda was raising his hands.
Yeah, Vivekananda, please have that to the end of the session. We'll get you answered. First class club coach. I think this is most interesting and important because this, when compared to sponsor and mentor, this is actually kind of got revised from July 1st. There is a change in the program. As you know, Toastmasters, not just with Pathways, we keep evolving with everything that we do. Pathways was first launched with 10 paths, and then it became 11, and then we got change in the level 1. They take our feedback. So similarly, the club coach program has quite a few changes, very interesting changes, very important changes. So let's see what club coach program has to offer. Or yeah, that's me. So what are we going to see in this is, of course, what it takes to be a club coach, qualification, why a club coach is needed, how to be an effective club coach, eligible clubs. You can't just like that assign coaches, prospective coaches. How do we achieve to become a club coach? And these are a few things that are new, or at least have changed this year, starting July 1st. Responsibilities of a club coach. Number one is very important. I would recommend this is not just for club coach. I already see someone feeling, oh, it's only club coach that needs to have a rapport with the club members, not mentors and sponsors. Please, not like that. All of us have to have be an area director, division director, anything for that matter. Please have that rapport with your club members that you're associated with. But especially club coach, why is it important? Because we spoke about new clubs. You're going to tell them everything that you're going to tell them is going to be new. But when we're talking about a coach, we're talking about a club that is already struggling, right? One thing I want to bring it to all of you is, I did speak about in the district officers training program and even in a few OTPs. Let's not call these clubs sick clubs. They are not sick clubs. Let's call them struggling clubs, right? And they have gone through something, right? So that's why a rapport is very important to understand what happened. So make sure you have that rapport with the club officers and members to understand. And please do, when you go in there as a club coach or even before signing up, observe and analyze the club environment. If they still have meetings and they're struggling, understand what's happening just as an observer. So that's something that you have to do. And then help them, sit with the ExCom or the members, help them, develop a plan with goals. That could help them where they failed as a club, because why, the reason they are struggling. And of course, enable them. Again, as mentors, I mentioned, as a club coach, it is okay to take roles, but what is more important is enable them. That's very important. Of course, instilling enthusiasm, fidelity, and sense of responsibility for the club's future. We do that as a club coach. Is there a benefit of being a club coach? Absolutely, yes. As I mentioned, coaching a struggling club back to health is club coach's opportunity to develop. As a club coach, we develop a team building skills. It's even more tougher than a new club, right? Because it's struggling. Expand our leadership experience. Increase proficiency as a facilitator or a negotiator. Develop diplomacy skills. Share your expertise as always. Invest in the future of Toastmasters. We are just trying to hold and bring back a club that is struggling. And of course, they always beautiful credit towards path to the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. Qualifications. As a club coach, we are not supposed to be a member of the struggling club or not currently familiar with the club, because we try to judge them saying, I know why this club is struggling. Let's not get there, right? So even if someone says that, that club, why don't you go coach? Try to get a different, club with your division director or area director or the club growth team. So not be a member. So outside perspective allows the coaches to view the club objectively. Look at things from a bird's eye view. That's what I would say. Although the coaches cannot be a member of the club during the time of appointment, they may join the club after being assigned if it's a community club. Club coach appointment and do. So the club growth director or the district director may appoint up to 2 coaches for a club. This, whatever is in red, is new, okay, with at least 3 members. Previously, it was 1 member, but not more than 12 members. This remains same. If the club has less than 3 members, we cannot appoint a coach. Keep the area director, club growth regularly apprised with your progress. What's new? This is something that STA has done. Little interesting. I'll talk about that. And when you're ready to start coaching, of course, your AD and DD will know about it. Contact the club growth director or the team. As you know, we have best resources that we can give you information and guide you and enable you to be the best coach that you can be. Thriving or struggling, I thought I'll put this in here. The difference often lies with the following. The club climate, which refers to conditions that affects the club. What do you think the club climate is? Any few points that you think that means a club climate that will make the club thriving or struggling? Quick points.
What is the relationship among the ExCom members?
Okay, relationship among the ExCom members. A couple of more answers.
The camaraderie amongst the members. And this.
Okay. Anything else?
Low attendance, low strength for meetings.
Okay, I think both the answers kind of correlates. Low membership and low attendance. Yes. Let's see what it is.
If it is a corporate club, how supportive the management is, because during the initial period they would have shown a great interest, like learning the department or HR department. But now, after the club being struggling, hello.
Yes, we can hear you, Dinesh.
Hello. After the club is being struggling, how the interest and curiosity of the leadership team on the club is. So
Yeah.
that also on the climate.
Thank you, Dinesh, for that. A few things that TA also thinks is important, the climate, how the club operates, the operation, the members, conflicts, attitudes, meeting day and time. Sometimes, just for a joke, but the president could not come and say, you know what, I have a meeting at 5 o'clock. I am the president. Let me decide it. Let's move the meeting to 4 o'clock. No, that's not how it works. Right. So meeting day and time, meeting location, president says, not just president, just giving an example, says the location is not near my home. Let's move it here, due to which members cannot come there and attend. All these are from TA. So a few aspects, and I also take the other points that our members mentioned. A few more, making a club connection, understand the club dynamics as a club coach in the first few visits to the club. As we already said, please build that personal rapport with the members, gain their trust by actively participating, show them that you're there, right? Not just as a coach again, be there for members and be there for each other is something that I always believe in. Set a good example as a coach. They have to look up to you as a leader, as a guide. Status check, it's always important as a coach. What you could do is, you could look at the MOT, you can run MOT to see what are the feedback that comes. Look at the club meeting, membership, recognitions, are they getting recognized? Looking at the future, right? Most importantly, a lot of them, do not know that this exists. There is something called Club Coach Troubleshooting Guide. This should be the first thing that you do as a club coach. This is how it looks. I'll be sharing it with the resources later after, with all the registrants. But Club Coach Troubleshooting Guide, I think, is very important. Be it a computer, be it your car, the first thing it gets repaired or gets non-functional, the first thing we do is troubleshoot. And that's exactly what TA recommends we do with a struggling club as a club coach. Keep that in mind, please. Conclusion, a club coach must teach members to recognize the threats, because we can be the coach for 2 years, additional 2 years, and then go off. We have to give them a long-term vision to see the threats that are going to come, depending on whether it's a corporate or a community, about the stability and progress, right? And of course, the future, the club's future. You should also enable the clubs you coach to continue to grow and thrive. It's not a temporary thing that you have to enable them. Of course, only after you help the club achieve distinguished recognize may you truly claim your success. I agree, but does not mean that, okay, the club has achieved distinguished DCP 5. The next day you're like, okay, I'm done with the club coach program. Let me get my DTM credit. No, let's be with the club. You have put in the time and effort to get that club back, to see how they perform. Please, let's walk with them for a few more weeks or months, or that's up to you, right? Yeah. Eligible clubs, that was mostly about the club coach, how it works and what you do and what you get out of it. As I mentioned, these are a few changes. At least 3 members should be there, not more than 12. At least, these are new things again. At least 1 club officer who has completed the club coach program training module. This is new. TA has introduced something called, just like the Pathways Mentor program, TA has introduced something called club coach module. We cannot appoint you as a club coach if you're not completing this. So not just the club coach, we'll talk about the coach. It also says one of the club officer needs to complete the club coach program module. So keep that in mind, division directors, area directors. When you send us the appointment details, please make sure they appoint. Unfortunately, as of now, we don't have a place where we can find if this is complete. The member is completing it. But we did talk, with the World Headquarters team about it to see if they can bring this part of the educational achievement program or the page that we already have. So we can also not appoint a club coach for a club that is suspended or closed and do not currently have 2 coaches appointed. So these are the few things that I mentioned, 2 things. Prospective, that is about eligible clubs. Now let's see what about the prospective coaches. A coach needs to be a paid member and a good standing, have not been a member of an eligible club, the club that we're going to coach in the past 6 months. I've been a member of Toastmasters International for at least 1 year. I think it needs to be 2 years at least for this. It's a recommendation because that's where you get your knowledge and your expertise. I have served as a club officer for 1 annual term or 2 semi-annual terms. Have completed a minimum of level 2 in pathways or an advanced communicator bronze or advanced leadership bronze. People who think it's a jargon, leave it. So it's a previous program that we followed before pathways. So yeah, level 2 or ACB or ALB. I have completed the club coach program training. So people who are trying to be the prospective coaches here, please make sure you complete the program as soon as possible. I'll show you where to do that. So these are the few things, quite a few changes. Steps to achieve: served at least 6 months as a club coach, did not join the club during their appointment, submit and complete the required forms. This is again new. Appointment form is something that we will do. We'll send it to T8 for appointment. What they have introduced new is something called reports, just like our school report cards. The club coach will have to give a first initial preliminary report card within 30 days. And there's something called a report for progress report for 60 days. And there is a final report card. And there is also a 90-day. I'll share that. The TA's website is not working. I was not able to pull it. I'll send you all these details. And yeah, following 6 months term, the club achieved distinguished or better status by subsequent June 30th. This is the steps to achievement. And of course, one other important point: to receive the credit for DTM, the club president needs to send an email to the world headquarters. That's also very important. And of course, we had this last year, we did not have it. This year, they've again brought this back. You can, for people who have not got their district officer role, basically to achieve your DTM, you need to be an area director, division director or above. So what TA did during the pandemic or the transition period from old traditional program to pathways, they said whoever plays the club coach and becomes distinguished, they get this district leader role credit. It's still there this year. They have brought it back. The only change is you have to make sure the club has 20 or more paid members. Previously, it was not that. So it is just distinguished, it's enough. If the club has 8 members, if they became 13 and distinguished, it's cool. Now the club needs to be 20 members for you to get that district role credit. So these are the few things, new things that I mentioned. If we're not able, it's always okay, right? We are not even looking at how things are. We are going to work towards it. If the club is not distinguished, we can extend the appointment up to 2 more years. As I mentioned, this is the appointment agreement letter that we get it filled. TA this time wants a signature from the coach, from the president, and from the CGD or the district director that we send. And here is a club coach troubleshooting guide, I said. And here are the reports that I was talking about: club coach preliminary report, progress report. And there is also something called coach 360 evaluation. You can send that to the members that you serve as a coach and your area director or the area director or division director of that club and get the feedback for yourself to improve our leadership skills. And here is very important. I got a chance to fill that club growth, the club coach program module 2 months back, and I got some screenshots so I can show you. Go to your Basecamp, log in into your account, go to your Basecamp, and easy way to do is go type club coach program there, and it will show up there. Click on it, and this is what you're going to see there. Launch it, and you're going to see a couple of chapters there. There's a small assessment, nothing big. So you're going to read through what it teaches you. You already know it by attending this session, so you should get 100 out of 100. So this is how it is going to look like. You can see the chapter showing up on the left, and once you're completed, it's going to show you it's completed, and it's going to be part of your paths and learning page where you complete your paths, and you can see all the paths and pathways mentor program. Similarly, this is my page. So similarly, you can also see the program modules, club coach program module. See there. One initiative that we are going to do just to make sure is we'll be asking for a screenshot of this when you complete this before appointment of the coach, because we don't want it to go till the TA and come back saying this person has not completed it. So please make sure you complete it, make sure it shows here, right? And we have also requested the world headquarters to provide a certificate, just like the mentor program. Hopefully that comes soon. So I think that's pretty much it. Now it's absolute Q&A. Darshini, do we have questions, or you
Yes.
can unmute and speak?
We have one question from Rohini Ganesh. She has asked, is it necessary that a club mentor should be a part of ExCom meetings or guiding presidents and DP?
Absolutely, yes, Rohini. Thank you so much for that. It is a new club, right? So you're going to also guide them. Eventually, you tell them how a ExCom meeting works and all those, and then you can sit back and guide them how they do it. So you can be part of that. Usually, as a mentor, I've been part of the first initial WhatsApp group, not just the club group, but also the ExCom group, because it's okay. 6 months, you're going to guide them. And then the term changes, you think they are good. I think it is important you be part of it to start with. Yes. So any other questions?
Sir, you showed in your screen.
Yes, sir.
After completing club coach appearing, but it's not appearing in my this what you showed. So only up to completion it goes. About a month back or so I did it, but after that it was not showing anywhere. No certificate.
No, you can. So you see this, right? So probably you see this completed. What usually it shows is active. So I would recommend, only thing I can see, we can connect offline to check it. But if there's one thing that I can think of, here it usually shows only the active ones. Now you can see all these are completed. It shows only because I've selected complete. So that's one thing I would recommend you to check out. If not, please let me know, sir. We can.
No. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that question. Any other questions about the new changes? Not just coach, sponsor, mentor. One thing I've always told, not just as CGD area director, division director, to my club members or the area members, is there's no silly questions or stupid questions. You never know. I would have not even thought, when I say I or the district leadership would have not even thought what's in your mind. There could be 20 other people having the same question, but you could be the only one that asks that question. So please shoot it out.
Yeah. Can I ask a question, please?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I'm Prasanna Vani from Medley Toastmasters.
Yes, Prasanna.
Yeah. So I'm a new member, 6 months since I joined. I recently joined, 6 months it has been. So I would like to know, does the TLI conduct any training session on how to be a club coach? Or do we learn it by ourselves?
I think, I'm afraid that's exactly what we did now, at least the basics.
Sorry.
Right?
Okay.
This session, I don't know if you joined late. This session is about how to be a club coach, right? And there are documents that you can go through. There are big PDF files that you can go line by line. But I think as a CGD, this 1 hour is definitely not enough. But the basics is what I covered, right?
Okay.
So I can share that as part of the resources, Prasanna.
So this will be the training which we get. Based on this, we have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one question.
Yes, Krishnan sir.
Do you think, generally now, what is the demand for this club coach and club mentors in District 120?
No, we do see.
Are we having enough, or we are in demand, or how is it?
No, we are in definitely demand, sir, because we have a lot of new members. I and the district, we think it's important the member at least has 2 years of the experience, right? So we go out with 2 years, you get to serve as a couple of club officer roles and stuff like that. So you get that experience, right? So we do have a demand of mentors, and it comes to picture only when we start a new club, right? So when we start new clubs, the more clubs, we need more mentors. Similarly, renewals are almost done. We are end of September, and we're going to see how it looks. But anytime club goes before below 8, we always want, of course, below 12. But we want to make sure that there's a club coach. One of the important thing, if the club thinks, TA is very particular about it, and there are districts who decide this in their business meetings, whether we want to have a club coach or not. If the club decides they don't want a coach, we can't do anything. So, but we recommend, we put that front saying, I think it's important you have a club coach, the ADs and DDs talk to them. And yes, that's how it works. There is a demand, sir. Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
One other thing, just to add on to that, we'll also be rolling out a nomination form that should be in probably tomorrow or early next week. Please sign up for that if you want to be a sponsor, mentor, and coach. This is for all of you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krishnan sir. Any other questions? I know we are almost 5 minutes left. I want to give Darshini a minute to wrap it up, but yeah, Darshini, go ahead.
Yes, we have one more question. Ideas and tools for club meeting. Can you explain, please?
Yeah, see, it's basically that's where your experience comes into picture, right? As a mentor or as a coach, you have seen a lot of ideas that work. You know, you would have, in 2 years you would have visited a lot of corporate clubs or community, the club that you serve, right? Based on that club that you serve, you bring in the best practices. You know what? These are the ideas that, for example, Vellore Toastmasters Club follows. I've heard it from Darshini. Or, you know, Prasanna told that, you know, Medley follows this. Why don't you try that? These are the ideas you're going to share with the club and see how this works. And you will also tell them, okay, this is not working. Let's try out something. Tools is everything, right? From brand resources to documents to everything that we have. As I said, free scheduling is a problem. How do we note it down? Now we are being online. We don't have these pathways chat. Can we use free host toast or any tools like that? There are so many tools. We'll also see if we can put together something and share in the resources email, if that helps.
Yes.
Yeah.
One last question. Should the club coach attend all the club meetings?
Absolutely, yes, I would recommend. We also have a personal life, official life. There's going to be, that's why we recommend we have 2 club coaches. If you could balance between both of you saying, okay, I have a birthday party to attend today, unfortunately, why don't you take care? That's totally fine. Right. But again, we will have a call with all the clubs that are being mentored, sponsored, and coaches saying, if we believe, we'll tell the presidents before sending the email or right in the beginning of appointment. If you think this person did not work or did not even come for like 75% meetings, I don't think it'll be fair for the president to send an email saying this person will get the club coach or mentor. So please always keep that in mind. Let's be fair that we serve them with whatever we can, right? That's what I'm going to. Any other questions? I would probably wrap this here. Any one last question from the audience?
Yeah.
Dinesh, you had a question?
Yeah.
Yes, Dinesh.
Yes. Do we have a pool of club coaches as well as club mentors to exchange their challenges, best learned learnings, what they are going through?
Yeah, we did have a meeting initially, and we are going to have, this is where TA brought this preliminary report and 30-day report and 60-day report, right? It's all about what you're going to speak. So it's new. We have, of course, unofficially talked to people saying what is happening with this club and all those. Now TA has made it official. It is all going to be in papers and we're going to go through it. All right. So yes, we're going to know everything that's happening, and please be honest in what you write there. I also tell area directors, please put in the area director visits that this is what is happening. A club does not meet for 4 weeks and I see it exceeds expectation. Let's not do that. So yeah, let's keep these reports very fair because it's going to help the club. So I think I'll take that as a last question from Dinesh. One last thing that I want to mention. Be a sponsor or a mentor or a coach. The journey is not just about you. The journey is bigger than you. Your journey teaches, touches, and influences others, whether you're a sponsor or a mentor or a coach. With that, let's do what we love and do a lot of it. Thank you. It's been a pleasure delivering this session to all of you. With that, I'll give it back to Darshini. Darshini, over to you.
Thank you, Mohan. Very informative session.
Thank you, Krishna sir. And one thing I want to say, I don't know, Darshini is still unmuting. Darshini, before you take over, please remember your area director, division director, and the club growth team.
Thank you so much, DTM Mohan Krishnan.
Is there a delay? I'm wondering.
Yes.
Okay. So one minute, Darshini. So please remember, we're always here to support you. Any questions, please. I'm just a call away. The team is the call away or a text away. Please do reach out to us. Darshini, sorry, over to you.
I'm sorry, my internet is bad. So my bad. Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohan Krishnan. The feedback forms are posted in the chat by Toastmaster Arun. Please find the link in the chat and please give your feedback for this session. And with that, I would like to propose the word of thanks for this session and wrap it up quickly. A warm and a graceful evening to all the Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters and guests present here. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the word of thanks for this session. I would like to thank our Club Growth Director, DTM Mohana Krishnan, and our TLI Chair, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. I would also like to extend my thanks to all the people who worked behind for this back office for this event. Lastly, I would like to give glory to the universe for making today's session a resounding success. Thank you. Have a great weekend.